Well, things are really happening here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Real estate is very active. We don't have a lot of inventory, and it makes it a little bit of a challenge working with buyers when we don't have a lot of inventory and they want to move here. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to structure the right offer to have a better chance of securing your next home.
Don't buy real estate if you experience allergic reactions to happiness, satisfaction, pride, fulfillment, contentment. Stop buying real estate if you don't like community, a sea of belonging, a diversified portfolio. Buying real estate may cause you to shop at hardware stores, furniture stores, and design centers. See your realtor immediately if you experience any of these symptoms.
Hello, I'm Mark Bamig with Michael Saunders and Company here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And this channel here, Living in Lakewood Ranch, is all about the Lakewood Ranch area, Sarasota, Bradenton, and then the Keys, Siesta Key, Longboat Key, Lido Key, and even up to Anna Maria Island. So if you get good information from this video, just click that little subscribe button and ding that little bell so that every time I put on a new video, you'll be notified. And I get calls every day from people just like you off of the internet, watching YouTube, and wanting more information about our area. So don't hesitate to call me, send me a text, shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to respond. But let's get to today's topic, which is how do you structure an offer during really tight inventory times to put yourself at a better opportunity for acquiring the property that you want. Well, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have your financing in order. Whether you're going to pay cash or whether it's going to be a finance, that has to be done before you ever start really looking at property, making sure that the price that you want to pay, you're qualified for. And right now, we are finding a lot of people doing finance purchases. Last year, probably 75% of my sales was cash, and this year, I would say about 75% is financing. The reason is because at rates below 3%, smart investors don't want to pass up the opportunity of having rates that are that low, and they can also keep their cash. So having your finance in order when you go to make an offer is paramount. We have to send along either a proof of funds or a pre-qualification letter with every offer that we send in. So just make sure you get that done. And if you are buying in Florida here in Lakewood Ranch, you need to have a mortgage company that has a license to do business in Florida. Now the next thing you want to do, there are two types of contracts here. One is an as-is contract and one is a standard repair limit contract. So if you're using an as-is contract, it's built into the contract 15 days for inspection period, but you can change that, and I would suggest narrowing down that inspection time period to maybe 7 to 10 days, which is usually plenty of time to get the inspections done. And the reason is because that is more enticing to the seller, because once you put a contract and they've accepted it and you're going through your inspection time period, their house is not on the market. It's gone to what we call pending. So it's in a pending status, which means it's not active, and so therefore agents aren't showing it and it's not getting views. So if for some reason you don't move forward after the inspection, they can put their house right back on the market. So shortening up that inspection time period, I think, is very critical. Another thing that you can do is, if it is a cash purchase, you want to try and make the closing date within about 30 days. Most of our closings now can be done in 30 days unless it's finance, and if it's finance, then that gets stretched out to about 45 days because the mortgage companies are so busy putting together all of these deals that it's taking a little bit longer to get through their underwriting department. Another thing that you can do is you want to offer to pay title and closing costs. So what does that mean to you? Well, title insurance is what protects the buyer should something come up after the closing that wasn't found during the title search period. So it's an insurance policy against the property and against the buyer. So if you think about it this way, the insurance is covering you, not the seller. So really it is an expense that should be typically borne by the buyer. But in our contracts, there's two boxes to check. Either seller pays title or buyer pays title. And get an idea of what those costs are up front, so that if you want to make your offer a little bit more enticing, then you would offer to pay the title and closing costs, and then you might lower your offer price. So really what it comes down to are what are your net expenses at the end. So don't get tied up into who pays what. Just think about what you want to pay when it comes to closing out the purchase of the property. Another thing that you can consider doing is when you have your real estate agent run the comps in the area, find out exactly what is the list price to sale price ratio on properties that are in the neighborhoods that you're looking at. So right now for Manatee County and Sarasota County for August, they were running about 97%. So if you think about it this way, just for round numbers, if somebody had their property listed at $1 million, it's going to sell for around $970,000. Well, if you come in at $900 or $850 for an offer price, you're probably not going to be in the ballpark to begin with. So think about what it is that you value in the home and have a strong offer going forward so that you're not alienating the seller when it comes time to put in that offer. The other thing that you want to check on is how many properties are for sale. What is the inventory levels for your price range? So overall, they were about 2.2 months of inventory in August, which is very low. So if you have 4 months or under, it is a seller's market, and if you have 6 months and over, it's typically a buyer's market. So right now we are definitely in a seller's market. We don't have a lot of inventory. So if you do find a home that you really want to be in, just structure your offer so that it is a solid offer where you feel like you're going to get the house that you want. If you find this video helpful, just click that little button where it says subscribe and ding the little bell so you're notified every time I put on a new video. Until the next one, Mark Bamick.